What's up, everybody? Man, I got a doozy for you. Welcome to the program. We're gonna keep it cranking on this channel, y'all. I can't begin to explain to you what I'm about to show you. The title is correct. Kanye West, rapper Kanye West, had a interview with DJ Akademiks, who I don't care for. Remember, DJ Akademiks is the guy who was on his own platform interviewing a 15 or 13-year-old kid, 15-year-old kid. I think the kid was 14 or 13, who is a gamer. You know, he's one of those gamer type kids. He was following a very popular gamer or streamer, and he was asking him questions that were inappropriate of a sexual nature about would he do this person, would he do a guy. It was very inappropriate. It was enough that he lost some sponsorships. I think he's been kicked off of Twitch or something like that. I don't know why YouTube continues to let this guy thrive on the YouTube streets when you're doing inappropriate things with a child on your stream, asking inappropriate questions. That was DJ Akademiks, who now has a crazy interview. I had to show this, a crazy interview with Kanye West. Kanye West, in my opinion, has something wrong with him. He hasn't been the same since his mother passed away. He has what I call a high level, in my opinion, it appears this way to me, that he has a personality disorder. That's what it appears to be to me. He's highly narcissistic, and he's got an issue when his name is not in the headlines. You can tell in this interview that he's kind of jealous of rappers like the Kendrick Lamars of the world and many other people in the music industry that are actually, you know, doing well for themselves. And he's kind of like a cautionary tale. So it seems like Kanye West may be doing this for publicity. I don't know. But he had the audacity to put on a full Ku Klux Klan outfit in black. He's got the hoodie on his head. He's wearing the robe the whole time that DJ Akademiks is talking to him. This is crazy. I think either two things is going on here. Either Kanye West is doing this to put himself in the headlines, or either Kanye West is little by little, he is falling apart mentally, and he's going to be saying the N-word quite a bit in this video. He's just all over the place, but his venom is heavily at what's going on in the rap game. He seems like he likes Drake, doesn't care for Kendrick Lamar. He's all over the place. He even goes in on John Legend, calling him a sweater sissy, all kind of weird things he's saying. He is, to me, unhinged and crashing out while doing it, and I think is a disrespectful way by wearing the Ku Klux Klan robe and hoodie, knowing that there's a history of the Ku Klux Klan in this country of America, taking the lives and deleting black men, hanging black people from trees, doing the history of this country. And then he sits up here and wears such a thing as if it's a novel thing that to wear, while rattling off, in some cases, at some point in time, nonsense. He appears to me, as someone that works in mental health as a therapist, he appears to me to be having some personality, some issues. He may even be borderline. Of course, he said that he's been diagnosed before in the past. Let's go ahead and let you see what I'm talking about. This is absolutely crazy, y'all. This is fair use with the purpose of educating, parody, assessment, criticism, and the whole 9 yards. This is fair use, y'all.
Look at John Legend, old sissy ass. I ain't never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And they got out that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados.
August and Barbados. Kanye West, as much as I think he's crashing out here and he's crazy like a fox, he's also kind of funny. Almost reminds me of Umar Johnson in a way. Umar Johnson says a lot of unhinged things, but at the same time sounds like a comedian. This is crazy. He goes in on John Legend, who he used to be really cool with, helping him in his career at one point in time, and he just goes in on him, calling him a hot sweater.
I ain't never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And they got all that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados. John Legend and mashed potato. So, no, they say he smell like mashed potatoes. I don't know where I got this from.
No, he used to be your guy though. Like, so all these relationships, yeah. Repairable, like even the Pusha, the Jay, the like, there's a long list. Stephen Carter, like I feel like, I know you say you want to hurt them, but you might overstep the line where maybe at a point Jay's like, man, I'm cool. Like I think after that tweet, he definitely, you know, and I don't know if these are relationships that's salvageable.
Why would I want to salvage relationships with
to a lot of people?
Why would I?
Now, DJ Akademiks, I don't even want to say this man's name, but DJ Akademiks, after you talk the way you talk to that kid, man, I don't know. I don't know how YouTube has kept him on the platform again. Let's continue this. This is crazy.
I want to salvage relationships with broke-ass slaves and slave herders. Like everybody, so this is what I'm saying. The Jay-Z thing leads me to the NFL. Why do they want a Drake to be out of there? Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl, right?
Now,
this is a theory I had.
Now, let me just say this. You guys know this as much as I know this, that a clock, a broken clock is right two times in a day. Twice in a day, right? 2 times, right? In a day or in a night. It can be correct. Kanye West, underneath all of his craziness, there's small little things that he says that has just a little taste of some validity to it. But because he's crazy like a fox, he's wild and narcissistic and all over the damn place. Even when he's saying something that could make sense, it ends up not making sense because in some ways he becomes manic. In my opinion, become manic in his behavior as he goes on into his tirades. Let's get back to it now.
The people that run the Super Bowl had to come to people who run the music industry and be like, you guys, you're letting your niggers get out of hand. Ooh. Oh my God, that Kanye. Would somebody take a knee for what? Where's out of there? See, that's the problem. You let them last too long. In our league, they're for 2 years, 3 years, they're out of there. We deal with, we got Tom Brady, he's great. We made Mahomes throw that fucking Super Bowl, so Tom could get his 7th ring and shit. But like, you guys at the music industry, you got to do, start getting smaller artists and put them on. We're going to set you up. We're going to take Rolling Loud. We're going to connect them with Live Nation. And then we're going to get a bunch of small artists.
What this is about is that Kanye West is pissed off at the end of the day that you have these smaller artists or other artists who have blown up in the music industry or are getting, let's say, a lot of traction, and Kanye West is not getting as much traction. And also, let me say this, Kanye West may be also doing this because he has a new album or new CD coming out soon. So you notice he always does something controversial, says something controversial to create buzz for his new projects. But he is extremely narcissistic to the highest degree, in my opinion. And it is very, very, very obvious that he is jealous when he doesn't get the attention. You're going to see that he has a God complex. He's going to say things like, I'm God. He's going to say things that I'm the best rapper. He is really full of himself. It's really sad to see how this brother in real time is deteriorating in his mind and thoughts. And even when he's trying to say things that sound like they make sense, he always, once again, continues to crash out.
And then, you'll be able to make your money off of that. And then, if we take, Cardi's doing good, we'll make him take the blue pill. We'll have him rap about skims. And then mention Northwest. We love Northwest. Kanye, don't worry about him. He's a lunatic. Don't worry about him. Does any of that sound right or sound accurate to you?
Yeah, if you look, it does seem like I don't know if it's that control, but you could see.
Wait a second. You don't think you can see my eyes through the mask right there? You don't know if it's that control.
He's wearing a Ku Klux Klan mask and says, "You can see my eyes through the mask," while he's wearing a damn Ku Klux. Kanye West he deserves the Negro Please Award for embarrassing black people worldwide. The Negro Please Award. My God.
Meaning, but
I'm the person who, again, I'm not gonna normalize me and where like I'm the guy on Twitter, but I'm like, wait, you really think there's like this hidden hand that's really kind of moving in this direction, or it just kind of happens to be?
Do you think it's not? Do you think it's a possibility it's not? You think it's just all by chance and shit? I would be opposed to it, but it feels like you know a little bit more. That's why a lot of people are intrigued too. Yeah. Because if probably one of the richest rappers ever is not probably, definitely, but keep going on.
There's the arrogance, right? Then again, it's always about Kanye West. It always has to be about him. This is what this is really all about, as he's talking trash about other artists in the industry because he always has to bring it back to himself. He's crashing out here, as the young people say. Let's continue.
When you've gotten to the heights, and I've said you're the greatest hip hop artist ever, when that person's then telling us it's like that, you then got to step back and be like, he knows definitely something we don't know. Yeah. And I think that's where we're also trying to like watch you and even listen. Even if people don't like some of the stuff you say, they're trying to figure out connect the dots and really see what's going on.
Well, you know what? I'm a leader and I channel and I don't see everything. You know, I didn't picture us being here right now. I didn't have this vision yesterday, but I had one bag with me. I just got my leather.
This man is actually setting up here wearing a Ku Klux Klan outfit while talking all this bullshit and expects people to take him serious. This is all about him promoting his album that's coming out. This is all about trying to get the headlines again. This is all about Kanye West trying to make himself the center of everything. This man has serious issues. I'm going to say this again. He has not, from my estimate, appears that he has not been the same ever since his mother passed away. He is not the same Kanye West that he was when he came out with his first album, College Dropout. Now he's become a circus show. And also he's very disrespectful to the history of black people while he sits up there wearing the Ku Klux Klan outfit. Very disrespectful, damn it. Get back to it.
Outfit, and it was there, so it's meant. And I always thought, wow, that would make a really iconic interview setting, and I'm happy that I'm not sitting in it. And this is now making the movie. Like I said, with the North situation on the song with his son and the new artist Jasmine Williams, it happened like that. Certain things.
Everybody, look at this. I want y'all to examine this. This man, when he first answered the door at either his condo or hotel where DJ Akademiks, the individual talking to an underage child inappropriately, and the fact that Kanye would actually want to have an interview with a man who got caught in that situation on the social media streets. Okay, this is what I'm saying to you guys. This is what I'm saying to everybody. Look at this. Kanye West, when he first answered the door, he was in regular clothing, and he purposely put this on for the interview. This is crazy. This is bullshit. Kanye West is showing no respect to the ancestors. It's all about him at the end of the day. It's always about him.
Things I lean into. People think I'm strategic. The enemy might, my enemy, our enemy might think I'm strategic. But I'm not strategic. I just lean into what I really feel. And I say my truth. And whatever comes with it, comes with it. But my truth is so obvious to so many people because people are not allowed to say their truth to the point where they psych themselves out to think it's not true. And then, so I'm not saying people's truth, I'm saying people's feeling now. Because your truth can be told to you, you could be programmed, but your gut is going to have millions of lifetimes of information. So when I go and I tweet, especially now, I'm speaking to people's gut feeling. Like, Iggy.
What the hell is he talking about? The man, it seems like it's just a bunch of gibberish. It's this God complex that he has, this narcissism, this I am the center of the universe, I am important, hear me roar. It's just Kanye West is just on some goofy shit right here. I'm sorry, everybody. He's on some goofy
Not
shit.
taking sides, but she gonna do everything in her power to make sure Onyx never is next to Kris Jenner. And you know why, and she knows why. That girl came from Australia, then no family in the middle of Miami. Now she's out here in California, and her whole goal as a mom is to keep her son as far away from Kris Jenner as possible. And we all know why. We all know those sex tapes are signed for. We all know those children, just in general, celebrity exploitation. Like when my daughter wants to rap,
you hear what he just a bunch of, now he's talking about Kris Jenner, and I think some rapper, Iggy, whatever her name, she has a child, she wants to keep him away from the industry, yet I believe she, I guess she's a rapper, whatever she is, she be shaking her booty and exploiting herself too in this industry as well. It's interesting. Kanye West is all over the place though, y'all. He really is.
It's a thing where, damn, you really want to get into this game like this? And it's this balance. I had people around me. I was like, yo, this man Cardi is calling my baby mama, rapping about skims, and then saying he need vocals. She may have supporting slip. Needs vocals for the album. And the man was like, well, you know, that will blow her up. I said, it's my daughter, nigga. And see, that's the time when nigga hear me screaming from the other room and be like, why he's screaming?
Wait, who said they would blow her up?
Well, I purposely didn't say the names and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. Anybody that never spoke out against me publicly, I'm not going to speak out against them publicly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
did I answer that? So it's just God. I'm just channeling. Yeah. I'm just channeling something. So I ain't telling y'all to follow me or do not. Yeah, people are not even in a position to follow me. It's like I could change hearts and minds, perception, but at the end of the day, you still got to go work for a white man. You still got to work for a Jewish man that works for a white man. The black dollar has been.
If you notice, Kanye West is still on this Jewish situation. He's done some things on X where he has dressed in a Nazi outfit, right? Of course, he lost his Adidas contract that he had. He did some things, and the Jewish community has made him pay the price for some things that he has said. Some people are cutting loose their relationship with him, and here he is back at it again. So, and he's also, in my mind, again, he's very disrespectful to black people wearing this outfit. He was throwing the N-bombs quite a bit, the ninja bombs, as he talked about certain black artists all over the place. But all of these antics, I'm going to say it, say it again. This is all about Kanye West and what he wants and what he needs and how he wants to be viewed, because he wants to be viewed as the greatest ever, right? It's about him. He's jealous of the industry that's moving on without him as being relevant in the rap game, and he's trying to maintain his relevance, but he's doing it in a very schizophrenic way. Why do you need to wear a Ku Klux Klan outfit to have a damn interview with a man, DJ Akademiks, who's a man who has no character as well, a man who got caught on his own stream trying to convince and groom a underage young man who's a streamer, and saying inappropriate things to him. So you have two inappropriate individuals at the end of the day, y'all. Two inappropriate individuals, one interviewing one that's not appropriate in his behavior and the way he acts in Kanye West, and the other, DJ Akademiks, interviewing two inappropriate interviewing and inappropriate. Interesting. Let's get back at this right now, y'all.
So decentralized since gentrification and the fall of Black Wall Street that is next to impossible for.
So now he wants to talk about Black Wall Street, y'all. Now he wants to get into the Black Power talk, but he's all over the place. Kanye West, what can I say, man? He went from the girlfriend or the wife that he was married to, I think they broke up. Look what he was doing when he would go on the red carpet. He had that woman taking her clothes off, showing her body to the whole world. Just really, really weird stuff. This guy is on some weird, and I do mean some weird, you know what, ish. Let's get back to it.
Community to get on their feet, get past the drugs, the food. The food's the original drug. The hurting, the fucking 25%.
So you see what I'm saying? He'll say some things that have a little grain of truth to it, such as he says the food is the original drug. Yeah, there are definitely foods that are not healthy for you. Pesticides that are in the food, chemicals that they put in the food, certain dyes that they put in the food. There are things that is in our food source that is not good for us. So he says that one thing that has a grain of truth to it, but then he sporadically is into other areas that don't make any sense in some way.
Definite, not chance, but definitely being locked up, the abortion rates. Like our position, I don't have the exact answer to the equation of how to get out of where we are, but I'm not going to say we're not in where we are. And this might be some Star Wars shit where it take generation after generation after generation.
Star Wars shit. He says, I may not have the answers. This is all narcissistic, God complex type stuff. I keep saying this because it's pretty obvious to me and the kind of work that I do that this appears to be part of Kanye West's problems. And I think I think a lot of this is brought on through the trauma of losing his mother at a time when his mother got a surgery to enhance her breasts, in which I think Kanye West gave her money for when there were doctors that said they would not do such a surgery. And I think there's some guilt that he feels about assisting his mother financially in that process that eventually caused her to pass. Didn't remember he was drinking. He was taking Taylor Swift. He took a reward from out of her hand, claiming that the man has a history of always crashing out and continuing to crash out, as you see in this video, where he's all over the place with his histrionics of everything that he's saying. Let's continue, y'all.
Sure, it'd be north and it'd be this and be that, but it's like you either on this side of it or you're on that side. Cardi took the blue pill, but he made his name off of the red pill. The Matrix. The red pill is the niggas like Neo. The blue pill are the agents. So now Cardi is an agent. And you will see him like you see on the joint where somebody touches them and then they become the agent.
Yeah.
That's what happened. They come, them Jewish people come, the record people come, they'll say, they literally called Ty Dolla and said, and this is coercion. That's why these niggas gonna be locked up someday. They'll come to you, they said, Ty.
Now, we know that, I think he's saying Ty Dollar Sign here. We do know that the music industry is evil, that there's some treachery things that goes on in the industry. And there are times when Kanye West says things that gives us some insight into the music industry. Remember, he said some years ago that he did a blood sacrifice on his mother, that his mother was the blood sacrifice. So he says some things that either are rings of truth or he's saying things just to gather attention towards himself, but it always coincides sometimes when he's got some new project coming out. This is not a coincidence that he has a new project coming out. Let's get back to it.
You have to denounce Ye publicly, or we're going to drop your artist, Leon. We're going to cancel all your tours. So they on some mob shit. So it's die, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They up here threat.
So what's going on is Kanye is saying that the music industry has it out for him. And as they have it out for him, they are trying to do everything they can in their power to convince other artists that he was once cool with to turn against him. He's basically saying that on the one hand, they're acting cool with me, but then they turning their backs on me because those in the music industry are telling them, you got to denounce Kanye. You got to turn your back on Kanye. And while you do so, we'll help you along with your career. He's basically saying that the music industry and those in it that he either had relationship with or indirectly or directly, they have turned against him or turned their back on him because of all his controversial behaviors. This is what I'm gathering that he's trying to say here throughout it's all over the place though, but let's get back to this, shall we?
And then niggas stopping their money. This is real life shit off of a statement, off of me wearing a motherfucking chain, off of me wearing they pain. But they playing, turning up, promoting, and making money off of our pain. But if
now, right there is where he says something that does make sense. That the music industry, that the industries in America, they do make a lot of money off of black people's pain. That's true. The problem with Kanye West, he's doing it wearing a Ku Klux Klan outfit, which is, I don't like. Two, like I said, he'll say something that has a grain of truth to it, but then he ends up going into something else and it ends up being disconnected, disjointed. He ends up being all over the place. Let's hear some more.
A piece of their pain, then they're going to threaten to destroy everything moving, everyone around, destroying people's lives. We're going to destroy Leon's life. Leon did that whole Scissor album, and now we're going to destroy his life if you don't denounce this man's tweet type shit.
Do you talk to these people like before you send out a tweet? Because I would imagine.
This is all about, remember, Kanye West has done a lot of things, tweeting. I think he put out the Hitler tweet. He put out some tweets, and then Elon Musk, who I do not like, ended up booting him off of X. He's put out some stuff in social media. Come on, Kanye. That's been your stuff that you put out is very inappropriate, insensitive. And then people have to denounce. People are denouncing what you're doing because they're connected to you. And they don't want to be connected to you at this time because you're probably bad for business, for their business. Kanye West has no one to blame for himself for the status of where he is now in his career, his notoriety. If there are people that are trying to cut their ties to him, and now he's having this rant about how these people have been told not to deal with him, how they're cutting him off. He doesn't like it because he feels that he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let's continue.
Give you a call and say, "Yay, I'm in a tough spot." Like, you know, and again, I think you said something important. You're not expecting everybody around you to be dick riders and agree with you, but when they speak out against you, you feel like it's either necessary or that's a form of betrayal, right?
Yeah, like.
You have an inappropriate individual and DJ Akademiks interviewing an inappropriate individual. This is crazy, y'all. It's really crazy. Let's continue. Wow.
Ty put up the tweet before we landed. He said, I got to say something. I said, I'm not racist, but Ye is. We agreed upon that. When I landed, he put up, I don't condone hate speech. You letting these niggas put words in your mouth. I 137x'd his career. Not one, not two, not 20, 137x'd it. And while I'm on a plane, you put up word by word Jewish vernacular. My thing is we could sit and talk it out. I know they on your head. But nigga, you don't got to denounce me, period. And if you do, you talk to me about how we gonna.
So basically, Kanye West, basically what he's saying is that when he's putting out all those tweets, when he's being canceled, so to speak, by platforms or people are turning their back on him, and they're putting pressure on artists that know Kanye West, that have a relationship with them, they are denouncing Kanye West, and Kanye West is saying, before you do that, you should come talk to me. We should talk about it before you make a decision on throwing me under the bus and not associating yourself with me, or making a tweet where you say you don't condone insensitivities towards certain groups. that Kanye West has made a tweet about that was insensitive. That's what Kanye West is saying. He's saying, hey, give me that courtesy. Now, like I said, as he rambles on like this, there's grains of truth to what he says. Just like a broken clock is right twice a day. But Kanye West is still kind of crashing out in this, still all over the damn place to a certain degree. Let's continue. This is crazy, y'all.
Do it. See all these street niggas and this niggas running around with guns, got bodies. They think they boss, so they think I'm a motherfucking Vic or some shit. They think because I give niggas high salaries. Nigga, I'm a billionaire. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about that shit. See, this is my issue with Jim Jones, right? So he says he's going to get a jib or a div. I don't know what the fuck the word is, but basically, like, he going to get a percentage if he introduced me to this crypto nigga, right? And I know this shit sound like a Tarantino movie. Jim Jones wants me to meet with Mr. Pink to make $2 million off a crypto coin. Next Tarantino film, right? So then I found out before the second meeting that he was going to make this money. So.
Did he tell you?
No, he said that he's going to get a percentage. He didn't tell me what it was, and he didn't say he's going to give me a piece of it either. When I found out how much money it was, I was like, you know what? What's that? Hello.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Okay, send him to room 59 right now. Thank you. So when
You found out about
when I found out that he was getting the money, I was like, how much money is it? Yeah, I'm gonna take that meeting for you to get the money, but I guess I gotta sit there. What you go? Like, I wasn't like, oh, nigga, you ain't tell me I'm not gonna do. I still took the meeting, and the nigga still got the money, right?
So he got paid $2 million.
Yes.
For you taking the meeting.
For me taking the meeting. But watch. And I was the money was a bit behind my back. I didn't really know about it. People be doing shit behind my back. My issue with Jim was we working on clothes. And I said, look, send me a PDF. For anybody who doesn't know, it's like a group of pictures in a folder that you send to the iPhone. You could do like 300 pictures, 10 pictures on it, 10 pages. I said, send me a PDF of all the ideas, all the young niggas you know in New York. Let me see all of this shit right now. Let the king see everything that's happening, right? This man tells me I don't know how to.
Once again, he calls himself a king. Interesting. Very interesting.
Make a PDF. That was way more disrespectful to me than a nigga figuring out how to get the $2 million. Do you understand why? Because this shit to my face, nigga. You gonna lie to me about a fucking PDF, you faggot ass nigga? After I sat and took the meeting for you, you took the money and I ain't even asked your broke ass for a percentage?
Maybe he didn't know how to do it.
Do you think one of his young niggas knew how to do it?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that he could have figured it out after that nigga made $2 million?
Definitely.
Next subject.
Definitely.
It's crazy.
What is the real thing with you and Drake? Like, I've always been confused. It feels like I can't tell if it's a love-hate thing. You know, I've watched hundreds of hours of you talking about just interviews, and at a point, it felt like the energy shifted, and then we just started seeing it everywhere. And I can't tell, what is it?
Yeah, it's like family members that you don't fuck with. Like, I appreciate, one thing is, Drake is a million times better than Kendrick and a million times more important. You know what I'm saying? What Future has done, Thug, what Drake just culturally is. That shit last year, I couldn't even barely sit through that shit. That shit was insane, bro. That shit had Lucian Grange, Universal, Drake lawsuit shit written on.
So basically, Kanye West couldn't stand last year the whole situation between Kendrick Lamar and Drake as it related to the He's Not Like Us, the Not Like Us song, the whole battle back and forth. But this is the true reason why Kanye West doesn't like it, because he wasn't the headliner. He wasn't the one being put up on a pedestal. In this case, it was Kendrick that was the rapper of the year. Kendrick is the one that was getting the accolades. Kendrick is the one that people were saying is the great rapper. He's a rap battler, the whole 9 yards. No one was talking about Kanye West, and he was jealous of it. He's not going to admit it, But you can tell by the way he talks about it in this video that he was jealous of the whole situation because he wasn't the guy that was on top of the mountain, but it was Kendrick Lamar and Drake going back and forth, and they were catching the headlines.
All over it. There's shit that I align. At the end of the day, all this shit I'm saying, Jim Jones, Kendrick did, all these celebrities, the funny thing is we're all in the same boat. But while we're on that boat, we're also fighting amongst each other. And as I get stronger and stronger, I get more into a position of being who I really am. But right now, or maybe I get into that position right now, but where I was yesterday, it was like, how the fuck I'm supposed to lead y'all and you got these niggas that's running y'all making you fuck with me. So none of y'all niggas can't fuck with me or will fuck with me, and if you fuck with my daughter, then I'm sitting down.
See what's going on here? There's people in the rap industry who I guess have cut ties, or they're not messing with Kanye West since he's been doing some stuff that people deem as anti-Semitic or just, you know, crazy stuff. Like he's wearing that damn Ku Klux Klan outfit on, disrespectful. And he's mad because there's certain people in the industry in terms of rappers that he sees as his peers, or he sees that he's better than them, but they're getting some shine. He's not getting shine anymore. But at the same time, they're coming out and making statements to kind of like separate themselves from him, and he doesn't like it. That's why he keeps saying people that I brought up the ladder, people that I... It's right. There's a lot of these guys that he has helped with their careers, and he doesn't like the fact that they're not showing him any sort of, I guess, loyalty or what have you in his little rant right now. Let's get back to it.
For that. So, and that's my stance on it. It's like, nigga, I make music better. I push the niggas don't. No one make music that's nowhere as near as good as music. Like when I made Moon, it basically ended Frank Ocean's. He ain't have a song since then. You know, sipping some wine. Like,
you see what he's doing? It's all about him. At the end of the day, this is what this is really all about, y'all. It's about him declaring himself better than everybody. So y'all should be paying attention to him. This is the narcissism, the narcissistic personality traits that he has.
Nigga, like I heard it. I was like, oh, this nigga's never gonna be able to make another album again. I wanna go to the moon. Any genre of music that anyone has, I make a better version of it. I'm 10 times stronger at music than anyone living. But then in 5 territories, okay, what do I do? Clothing, this, political stance, social media, expression, gravitational pull, momentum creating, all that. So what do we do with that? Why do I go at the celebrities? Because they're in the way. They're making, as J. Cole said, false idol. Nigga, you're the false idol. You can't fuck with me no day. They're the false idols. They want to put people, camouflage the truth, the goal, the true God. And everybody know, all of them know what it is. All of them needs to work for me. Drake need to be my writer. Trav need to be my producer, like how it always was.
Once again, did you hear what he said? Drake needs to be his writer. All these guys in the rap industry that are, I guess, like Drake and Kendrick Lamar, folks that are, I guess, at the top of their game, this is the narcissistic personality traits and behavior of a Kanye West, a man who's, in my opinion, he's crashing out in this video. He makes the accusations that they need to be working for him. Drake needs to be writing for him. Everybody needs to be doing something for Kanye because Kanye needs to be on top of the mountain. Remember, he's got an album coming out soon, so some of this theatrics is part of that. But Kanye West always has to be the center of attention. I know I've been repeating this because it's a fact. He's not been the same since his mother died. I'm going to repeat that as well because I think this is where this is all from. This is a man who is self-absorbed, self-centered, being interviewed by somebody who's just as despicable as him when it comes to him, DJ Akademiks, trying to groom a underage kid on one of his streams. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
But somebody, they pull him to the side, they Virgil them niggas. See, the thing is, Virgil going to LVMH, the black situation don't change. Kamala, vice president, the black situation don't change. Or the world situation, period. Obama president, the world situation don't change.
Now, he is right about that one point he's making, that the black situation has not changed for us as black people. Like I said, a broken clock can be right twice a day, two times, not twice a day, but 2 times in a day. And Kanye West, underneath all the ranting, all the weird stuff that he says, he'll say once again a few things that has a small grain of validity. He is right about that, that black America situations have not changed for us currently under any of these leaderships. Let's continue. If you can even call it a leadership, let's continue with this.
Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Ye, Disney, Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes changed flight. You know what I'm saying? And there, if you watch The Aviator, him as a white man, him because he's a maverick, they fuck with him. They fuck with him. At the end of the day, y'all fucking with me, but I'm here to just tell y'all that y'all can't fuck with me. That's the whole idea.
Okay. Why say fuck Virgil after he passed? I think a lot of people feel like, you know, he's not here to defend himself, and that I think people are just confused by that. We get the story of how you guys kind of separated and how you feel, but you know they always say sometimes, you know, when someone passes away, you know, can't be for the dead man, you know.
This Kanye West video is off the hook, y'all. I want y'all to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification to continue supporting this channel. I really appreciate everybody out there. Share this video on all your social media. Kanye West is off his, he's a wild man. But again, God, man, you're wearing this Ku Klux Klan outfit because you want to gravitate attention, but it's a disrespect to our ancestors. So why you say that black people are not getting anywhere with the current leadership or past leadership, we're not going to get anywhere when we're walking around with Ku Klux Klan outfits on like what you're wearing, which I think is very disrespectful to our history of black people in this country, because that was the terrorist group. The Ku Klux Klan was a terrorist group that was impacting black people while you're wearing that. And a lot of black men were taken out of here to never be able to have a family or anything by the very outfit that you're donning in this interview, which I think is despicable and it is embarrassing to the nth degree.
It feels like you still have a little bit of animosity there.
I'm evil.
You don't think about like his family and other people that love him?
I am an evil person.
You don't think that?
Kanye West says in this interview, not once but twice as it went along, that he's evil. If a man tells you many times what he is, believe him the first time. He has said it several times that he's evil.
I feel like you've always represented God-fearing ideals, though.
Yeah.
No, you can represent an ideal. It's not about an ideal. It's about, do you live what you say? Kanye West doesn't live what he says. His whole career has gone to his fame, his money and career and access to things has gone to his freaking head, as far as I'm concerned.
But how could you identify that person?
God has the wrath. You only play with God for so long. Niggas is out here playing games. Don C and him starting RSVP behind my back. This nigga taking money, like kind of the Jim Jones situation. Oh, yeah, gonna come to the club. I was Louis Vuitton. They take that position. They put him in that position. They build the anti-Kanye club at Nike. Everybody that worked for me. And what best put it in perspective is Virgil is the Jesus of the niggas that work for me. right? Because every nigga that worked for me would have rather been me. Why do I have problems with almost every celebrity? Because they're jealous. And they should be, because I'm better than them. Because I'm more anointed and I'm appointed. And I understand the jealousy and
he's anointed, he's appointed. Now here comes what I said is the God complex. Listen.
the hearts of men, but they had to understand the wrath of the king also. All these pussy faggot niggas could shut the fuck up. Don C. pussy ass. Supposed to be the realest nigga alive. You know what I'm saying? I remember him sitting with me and saying, bro, what's up with this red hat, bro? What's up with this red hat? They told me, who's they, nigga? They told me that, you know, if you don't stop wearing a hat, man, they're gonna give it. And they named the rapper right here. Now, I love
The red hat he's talking about is the Make America Great Again hat. Remember, he was connecting himself to Donald Trump wearing that hat, what have you. Kanye West, you can tell, is angry, narcissistic, God complex, the whole 9 yards.
this rapper, so I don't even want to like put him in this conversation. But it was like a they, you know, the invisible hand, the people. You know damn well that Super Bowl, that Kendrick Super Bowl, and that Grammy Super Bowl had invisible hands on it.
Yeah.
Like everyone culturally fucking knows that. They fucking know that. So watch. Don C tells the nigga A-Side. The nigga A-Side I was talking about the other day with the scoliosis. Okay. Right? First of all, like I said, I make it clear. This nigga come up to me talk about how my teeth don't look good. I was like, nigga, you telling me about something that look good? And of course, he's Tremaine's friend. And it bothered me. Win-win, A-Side, because it bothered me every day after you said that. Like, yo, how did I let this